what speakers do I actually use most of the time? It's none of the ones I make videos about, and I figured I'd finally share that with you. I listen to studio monitors. These are actually the IK Multimedia iLoud MTM Mark IIs. Confusing, very confusing name. It's an Italian company. These are made in China. A lot of people have agreed that iLoud makes kind of like some of the best bang for your buck studio computer speakers. And I would argue to you, if you just like music in general, these are actually great speakers just for listening to music at your computer. I switched over to these guys because people said these had a pretty good flat response, but there's just a little bit of brightness in them that makes them sound a little bit better. I upgraded to these after having, oh my God, I forgot the name. I used to have this $100 pair of subs and speakers for my computer. They were great for the years that I used them. In fact, I used them for several years on my channel. After I went to Axpona for the first time and came back and listened to them, I was like, man, these don't sound good. So I finally got rid of those and I upgraded to something that I think had a little bit better sound for editing. And as you know, I'm pretty serious about my sound. So serious, in fact, that I own about 15 different microphones. A Sennheiser boom microphone. This is my Sanken Cos 11. This is the MD46 Sennheiser. I've used this when I went to coin shows to interview people with. So yeah, these are the monitors I use. They have a 3.5-inch mid-range here, and then the tweeter right here. And then it has this annoying blue light that doesn't turn off. You actually have to tape it over if you don't want to look at it. It's kind of annoying. The way I have these hooked up, it actually goes to an audio interface, my universal audio interface that hooks up to a recording microphone. And so I can record, and then I can use that audio interface to turn up the speakers with this. I'm in love with my own voice. Haha. And then I actually feed all of these through a very fancy subwoofer. I have a Genelec 7040A, which is their smallest studio woofer that you can get. It's kind of like a seashell orientation, so it's thin, but it's able to utilize a lot of the space because of how they've constructed it. It's all metal. This is basically like a no BS studio subwoofer. It's not designed to like pump out the most bass. It's designed to pump out the cleanest bass you've ever heard. And I can attest, it's not the loudest, but it is every low frequency I hear come out of this just sounds buttery smooth. I feel like I'm really getting an accurate sense of what's coming out of it. People use these for hi-fi setups as well. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just, you know, maybe not the most beautiful thing. I have it set up here so it actually feeds the signals through my audio interface into here, and then it pumps them out to my iLoud MK Mark IIs up here. What sort of like a seashell design here, like it's got like a little turbine looking thing on the inside, which allows for maximizing the surface area within a thinner space, which I like because you could shove this thing up against a wall. When you're doing professional work, sometimes you just got to get something that fits. It's not going to be fancy. I love this thing though. It sounds amazing and it's thin, and I put my feet up on it when I'm editing. Feels good. So you get this little microphone included with the monitors, and you basically just want to match it to where the triangle hits the sweet spot on your ears. So I just have to be quiet now, basically. To kind of summarize, I'm very serious about sound, but I'm not very technical about sound. I'm just like, does it sound good? Am I used to the speakers enough to where I know it's going to translate from here over to my TV and stuff like that? And when I'm listening to music, I listen to like Qobuz on my computer. You really don't get much of a better experience than listening with near-field monitors. Now, if you're sitting much further away, you're going to need to worry about room reflection. But with these guys, with their built-in microphone and equalization, you can get it sounding pretty dang good. These are probably 90% of the experience I felt like I got at Axpona through very expensive systems. What I mean by that is, yes, the systems at Axpona did sound incredible, but like those are so expensive, and because so much of audio is physics-based, just getting these guys close enough to my ear in the sweet spot, that's about 90% of it right there. It's good enough. There's nothing sexy about these speakers. They have a little 20-degree thing here so you can get the tweeter shaped pushed right to your ear. I don't think they're cool looking. I actually think they're kind of a little bit too big for my desk, but they just sound good. It's like the least exciting but the highest quality audio that I could basically afford. They make a mini version of these. It's called the iLoud Micros. Those have gotten a lot of praise. Those get hooked up a little bit differently. I don't think they have XLR in the back, so they're a little bit more friendly. A system without an audio interface. Yeah, so this is what I actually listen to on a daily basis, and I think it sounds great. These are $800. for the pair. So it's not cheap. And the Genelec is about $1,000, relatively affordable for people who do this professionally. But if you don't, there's nothing wrong with just getting like the 763 that I've had before, which is like a $100 system. Your ears will get good enough at listening to it where I think it kind of adapts to it and compensates for anything that sounds weird. It wasn't until I upgraded that I was like, wow, didn't sound good in comparison. So yeah, that's what I actually listen to on a daily basis. This is kind of the foundation of how I edit all my videos on YouTube when I'm trying to line up tracks to compare speakers and stuff like that. So figured I'd share that. Let me know what you think. So thanks for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.